Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club, the show that we haven't recorded in weeks.
Excuse me, I've been sitting here waiting for weeks.
You have, and you did. You even put some episodes in the drive for me to watch.
I sure did. Did you like them?
They were very interesting.
Why is that?
Well, for anybody who isn't in the Discord and would like an update on what I found in our shared drive, I found two files. One titled Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 2 and one titled Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 2 Dub. And when I opened them up, they were crude drawings. One of a butt farting. What did the text say on that one?
Eat a fart.
Eat a fart, that's right. And the other one was a drawing of me wearing a t-shirt that said, I love to fart. So,
Excuse me, it said, I heart to fart.
okay, I didn't realize. I didn't realize it was a rhyme. You know, that does increase the value of the drawing.
When you get that appraised, make sure that they're aware.
It will change the price. That they will charge me to take it away.
I was sitting here on the day that we always record, waiting for Mike to show up and record.
What?
And he didn't.
You knew I was away.
Irrelevant. I was sitting here waiting, and he said he couldn't because I didn't put an episode in the drive. So I put an episode in the drive.
I guess I can't argue with that. Well, I could, but I don't want to.
But you shouldn't, because I am a well-versed lawyer. I've played every Ace Attorney.
Oh, good segue. Play the theme song.
Chronicles.
No, I haven't played Chronicles. Oh, well, I haven't finished Chronicles, and I haven't played Investigations either.
You were gone for so long, and I was like, maybe this is when I start Chronicles, because I have nobody to distract me. And you know what I did? I played Monster Hunter. Again.
We just listened to a theme song.
Yeah.
I don't really like the theme song to this show, Mel.
Nah, it's not the best. It's not horrible, it's not the best.
It's just kind of dull. I do like that shot where Phoenix and Edgeworth are like wrestling with the gold chain, though.
Yeah, it should be a red thread. That would be more accurate.
Oh, yeah. It should be.
Because they're lovers.
Do you know why we're watching this?
Because I love Phoenix Wright.
Do you know how long you've loved Phoenix Wright?
Like 20 years.
Yeah. It's been 20 years since we started playing the Ace Attorney games.
That's so gross.
Yeah, maybe we talked about it when we looked at the first episode, but I don't remember exactly the order of events. I'm pretty sure I got it first.
Yeah, you got it first.
Okay, so I got it because it had come out in English after years of not being available in English. And then I saw an article saying that it wasn't selling well and Capcom were like considering pulling the plug or whatever. So I went out and panic bought it. And then, you know, the rest happened. The rest of our lives happened.
Yeah, you ruined my life. You sent me on a fandom spiral for years.
It's a very good game.
They are extremely good.
Yeah, I love Ace Attorney. I think it probably is my favorite Capcom series, and that's saying something, because they make a lot of things I like.
Yeah.
They make Monster Hunter and Mega Man. I'm glad I caught myself there, because I almost said Mega Hunter and Monster Man.
I wish.
I sold myself out by saying it. But so this episode is the third one, and it aired on April 16th, 2016. And it's just the next part of the case. You know, this show every time I watch this show, it just makes me want to play the game again. I'm like, why am I watching this?
It does, but I have some thoughts and feelings about this show that are developing.
Okay. Do you want to...
I think the parts... What were you going to say?
I was going to ask if you want to say them now or wait till we get to them, but then you started saying them, so just say them now.
Okay, fine. I think the parts that take place in the courtroom are lame, but anything outside of it with character interactions, I think it does pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you can't translate being in the courtroom yourself and solving these mysteries yourself.
Yeah, agreed. I think where this show is interesting to me is where it shows us characters we're not playing as.
Right.
Because in the game, other than like maybe the cold open of a case, we don't really see anything that Phoenix isn't seeing in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But in this show, it doesn't happen very much in this episode, but it gives a chance to give us some little tidbits of what other people are up to. But personally, I still wish that this show had an original plot set between two of the games or something.
I agree with that, but there's a part in this episode that looks like it's hinting at something that I don't remember happening in the games.
Yeah? Is it
And
Phoenix and Edgeworth kissing?
No, that definitely happened in the games. It's definitely real.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, I know people have said that this show, like, does have original content, and I wonder if that's hinting at it.
Maybe. I know there is... Somewhere in this show, there is a side story to the game. I just wish there was more of that.
Yeah.
Well, here we are in the courtroom, right where the previous episode left off. Maya's on trial. Phoenix is facing down Edgeworth in court for the first time. Edgeworth is basically appearing for the first time, really, because he only showed up at the very end of the last episode.
Right.
I enjoyed how they have really just, like, completely exactly copied the keyframes for Edgeworth's bowing animation.
Yeah.
It's like
a lot of the courtroom animations.
Yeah, it's a straight one-to-one from what it looks like in the game, and I liked that.
Yeah, like him holding the paper with his two fingers like a weirdo.
Yeah. I was a bit taken aback by the part where the wall opens up and a TV comes out of it.
Me too. I was like, oh, this does take place. I guess it's not the future anymore. Or maybe it is still technically the future. I forget what year these take place in, but...
That's around now, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Wait.
Something like that.
Let's look it up. Ace Attorney... I don't know, year? Is that gonna... That's not gonna give me what I want, is it? No, not 2001.
These games don't feel old, but, like, they don't feel current. Because, like, Phoenix is walking around with a flip phone the entire time.
I know.
And so it kind of makes you think it's, like, early 2000s.
Well, they couldn't have known.
And that's why they put a TV in the courtroom.
Okay, so I guess it was, like, 10 years ago-ish.
Oh. I forgot Phoenix is, like, 15 years old. Francisca's been prosecuting since she was, like, 7.
Where's... Turnabout Sisters. Okay, Turnabout Sisters takes place in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The wall opening up and the TV coming out. Like, obviously they're looking at stuff in the game, but it's never really... You know, it doesn't go into how that happens. It doesn't
It's
really
just
matter.
like the bailiff brings the evidence to the judge and we see it in our eyeballs.
Yeah. So this, like, ornate, old-looking courtroom suddenly opening up its wall and a TV sliding out just felt odd to
Took me out of it.
Gumshoe's here, my favorite character.
Yeah, everybody loves Gumshoe.
He shows us the floor plan and explains the crime. This is all very accurate to how it plays out in the game, or at least how I remember it.
Yeah, as far as I remember.
Yeah, Mia was killed with the thinker, and they found Maya's name written in blood on a receipt at the scene. And Phoenix points out that Mia died instantly, so she couldn't have written the note.
This was the dumbest red herring, and, like, I know it happens in the game too, but I was like, why did they do this to us?
What do you mean?
Phoenix calls an objection, because he's like, she couldn't have written the bloody note because she died instantly. And then Edgeworth is like, oh, but Phoenix, there was a second autopsy that said she probably died shortly after she was hit in the head. And it's like so uncertain, but still barely different.
Right. But that was more about, because there's the rumors, right, that Edgeworth does fake evidence. Yeah. So I was
thinking about that the whole time, because I was like, wow, once you get into like Dual Destinies and people are just fabricating evidence, like Edgeworth seems like nothing.
Right, well, because it turns out he wasn't fabricating evidence, right? I can't remember.
No, Edgeworth is a good boy.
Right. But this part, I know this part in both the game and the show, I guess, is here to make us think that maybe he is, yeah. Because it's a little too convenient that you point that out, and then immediately he's like, well, actually, here's a different autopsy that I've just produced from my pockets.
They only just released it 10 seconds ago.
You could see that under the scribbled out words that you just said are some different words.
It just feels silly when you see it condensed like this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the interaction between Gumshoe and Phoenix about it. I thought it was really funny the way it played out.
Gumshoe just doesn't pick up on it at all.
Yeah, he's like, she wrote it with the last ounce of strength she had left after she died, and then he realizes that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's great. So yeah, Edgeworth has the updated autopsy report, and April May gets called out as a witness, and she testifies to seeing Maya do the murder. She says she saw it.
Yeah, with her very two eyes from very far away.
This made me think, does the crime of perjury not exist in the Ace Attorney universe?
I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I'm pretty sure you hear about people getting in I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played them. Like, you never see the outcomes of like any of the trials, even for the people that weren't the murderers and just, perjured on the bench or
right.
But I think maybe
because I guess she does get arrested for a different thing anyway, but
right, she gets arrested for wiretapping, so maybe they throw that in there.
Yeah. Wiretapping and a bonus charge of perjury. She says she knew the time of the murder because she heard the thinker announce the time. But Maya interrupts and says the clock couldn't have gone off. I don't think that Maya said any dang thing about it in the game. I think it just leaves you to figure it out.
Yeah, but I guess they just wanted Maya to have a bit more of an active role.
Yeah, because I don't think she's not on the bench with you at this point in the game, is she? Yet. I don't
remember.
I don't
she
either.
She hasn't become your sidekick.
Oh, I'll play it again now. Yeah, the mechanism inside the clock was removed. Edgeworth already knows this. I feel like, I don't remember this for sure, but I feel like in the game this was a surprise to him as well. But he says that the mechanism was found on the floor at the scene, which I'm like 99% sure doesn't come up at all in the game.
Why would it be on the floor at the scene if it was removed prior to the incident?
It doesn't make any sense that it was on the floor.
Unless Red White, spoiler alert, went digging through the office to find it and throw it on the floor.
So I went looking for a guide to the game to see if this was a thing that was mentioned, and I can't see it mentioned anywhere in the guide I looked at. So I think this is just a little something they threw in for no reason that only serves to make it confusing.
I think it's because they had to condense the trial.
Right.
And so you run into things like this.
But this just wasn't mentioned at all in the game, I don't think. They've added
the mechanism itself, yeah, because it is an important part of the case, but like the mechanism itself I don't think is ever mentioned.
No, there's no we found the mechanism, because the argument is that the mechanism could have fallen out when she hit her with it, because it was just lying on the floor. In the game, the argument Edgeworth makes is that it could have been removed after the murder, which I feel like makes more sense.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's on the floor for some reason. Mia took the mechanism out so that she could store some papers in there, and then she left it on the floor of her office. For reasons.
She's a bit of a slob.
I'm just picturing her. She's just like, oh, where should I put this? She just kneels down, puts it on the ground. Perfect.
I'm just picturing her casually throwing it over her shoulder. Whatever, Phoenix will come pick that up tomorrow.
He was never supposed to be a lawyer. He's the office cleaner. Yeah. He's here to water the plant and pick up the things that I throw on the ground.
Oh, that little attorney's badge is so cute. Go pick up my lunch.
Which I throw on the ground.
I had it delivered, but I can't be bothered to walk all the way to the front door. But Mia, I'm at home. Get over here then.
Better get on your bike.
Ding ding, Mr. Lawyer.
Anyway, Phoenix presents Maya's cell phone, which is what happened in the game. And I was so glad that they had the line from Edgeworth about looking forward to Gumshoe's evaluation.
He says it so many times throughout the series. If they didn't put it in the anime, this would be the least faithful adaptation of anything ever.
I know. There's that one game, I can't remember which game it is. It's one of the more recent ones where Gumshoe himself isn't mentioned, but we know they're talking about Gumshoe because Edgeworth says, I'll be looking forward to his next evaluation.
I don't remember if that's Dual Destinies or Trials and Tribulations. Spirit of Justice.
I think it might be Spirit of Justice.
In the DLC case.
Isn't it just like Phoenix mentions that he has an inside source at the police department or something?
Yeah.
And then Edgeworth is like, I look forward to your source's next evaluation. Oh, what a good series. I just want Gumshoe to actually appear in the flesh again in the next game. Yeah. That's all I want. I miss him.
Yeah.
Like, not including the investigations games. He hasn't appeared since the third one, has he?
I don't think so.
That's 3 whole games he's been absent.
Yeah, because they gave us Emma instead. And
I do like her, but I like Gumshoe. Gumshoe's my favorite.
I miss Gumshoe. Gumshoe's at home taking care of Missile.
Whenever Gumshoe's not in a game, the players should be asking.
I knew it.
Where's Gumshoe? So, April May let slip that she was aware of this call that was recorded between Mia and Maya, which proves that the mechanism had already been taken out because she mentions it. And that's when Phoenix presents the wiretap he found in her hotel room, and she turns into angry April May.
Yeah. I love how every witness has a turning animation when they get all evil and sketchy.
Yeah. I always look forward to the breakdowns at the end when you like finally crack the... They're all so funny.
Yeah. Well, the one for the final case in the second game wasn't so much funny as a little terrifying.
Which one was that?
Spoiler alert, that was Matt Ungard.
Yeah, I don't remember what he did.
He killed the...
No. I mean, I don't remember for his breakdown what he did.
Oh, he just, like, claws his face off.
Oh.
Yeah. His eyes go white and he, like, claws his face up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Because he's our first client that's actually guilty.
Yeah, I remember that. We'll get to it in the show at some point, maybe.
Oh boy, in 15 years.
When we're old men.
Both of us.
So anyway, Phoenix is making headway in the questioning, but then Edgeworth asks to postpone the case so he can investigate further. But April May gets arrested for wiretapping. I don't remember if that was mentioned in the game or not. Do you?
Oh, the arrest itself?
Yeah, the fact that she was arrested for the wiretapping.
I don't remember. I'm sure she was.
Let's see. Tippity tapping phase phone. That's actually what it says.
What?
On the wiki. There's a section of her wiki page called Tippity tapping phase phone.
Okay.
Trial tantrum. Oh, yeah. After the trial, May was arrested for wiretapping and as a possible accomplice to murder. So anyway, Phoenix goes back to his office where Grossberg shows up. Remember Grossberg from the last episode?
Yeah.
I like Grossberg.
I remember his Saxton Hale painting.
Oh, yeah. That's not really mentioned in this, is it? We do see it.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know that it's really mentioned in the game either. It's just something that...
Oh, is it just like, environmental storytelling?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
The first time you see it, it's in Grossberg's office, and then you see it again in Red White's office.
Well, don't you first see it missing in Grossberg's office?
No, you see it, and then you see it missing.
Oh, you see it in Red White's office before you see that it's missing from his?
No, I think you see it's missing.
Right.
And then you see it in Red White's office.
Okay. Yeah, that's good environmental storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes to visit and he compliments Phoenix's work in the trial. And he's feeling bad because he's not doing anything. And he kind of knows what's up, but he can't do anything about it.
He can't. He's being blackmailed.
He gives Phoenix a photo of Red White, the president of Blue Corp, and he tells him to investigate that guy.
This is the part that has like a weird flashback to an event I don't remember happening in the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Where Grossberg is talking about his past or something. And then it just like shows a flashback and you see Mia and Maya as little girls or something.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really think too much about it.
I did, because I was like, what? When was this?
Yeah, I just assumed it was something I forgot. You know what I'm like.
But I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played Trials and Tribulations where it gets into like Mia's backstory. So I don't remember why she got into law or if like that is explained. I just know she left Kurain Village. She didn't want to be a spirit medium.
In 2001, Red White bribed Grossberg into giving him scandalous details about a spirit medium named Misty Faye, whose abilities had been called upon by the police to assist in the investigation of the DL6 incident. White anonymously disclosed this information, causing Faye to be publicly discredited and leave Kurain Village in disgrace. I don't remember that at all.
Is that mentioned in this game, or do we not learn about it until Trials and Tribulations?
I don't remember Red White coming up again outside of this case.
No, me neither. I need to play those games again.
Yeah, so I guess Grossberg... It sounds like the reason Grossberg took Mia under his wing is because he felt guilty that he had been involved in her mother leaving, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe that's what it's about. Maybe he...
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't remember that at all.
We're learning new things from the anime that we should have known already.
Hey, I knew it at one point. It's been like 20 years, Mike. You said so yourself.
It has not been 20 years for me. I replayed it a couple years ago.
I guess it hasn't technically been 20 because Trials and Tribulations hadn't been released in English. It took a few years after Ace Attorney hit. And weren't they not sure if they were going to translate the full trilogy?
Yeah, I remember that it being up in the air for a while, whether it was gonna...
Yeah, so Trials and Tribulations took a while to get translated. Still, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Grossberg's being blackmailed by Red White, and he tells Phoenix that Mia was investigating Red White, but when Phoenix goes and looks through her files, the whole W file is missing.
Oh, no. What could it mean?
He goes back to the hotel and he talks to the bellboy. I don't think the bellboy appeared in the last episode. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I don't think he did. We definitely didn't talk about his voice actor. But that might be because I have no idea who his voice actor is. I tried to find out again here and it's not listed anywhere.
Because we see the bellboy before this, right? Like,
In
he
the
did a
game.
signed affidavit from him.
Yeah, in the game you meet the bellboy before this. I'm pretty sure you meet him the first time you go to the hotel.
Yeah.
But anyway, he shows him the photo of Red White.
Red White.
And finds out, it gets a positive ID that he was there. Did you know, apparently, according to the art book for the game, the bellboy wasn't initially planned to appear in court. So he was given a tea tray in his sprite because you were only going to talk to him at the hotel. And then later they decided to have him take the witness stand, but they couldn't make a new sprite, so they just kept the tea tray with him in the courtroom. And apparently that became the basis for, like, the playful attitude the series has.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's not that weird considering some of the things that go.
It's not that weird.
It set the precedent.
It's not that weird, like, retroactively looking back when there's so much of that in the series, but it was the beginning of it. It's the reason the series is like that, apparently. At least according to the art book. So I thought that was really interesting.
The bellboy is what made the series what it is.
Yeah. One thing that I do like about this is that in the game there's not really any indication of how Phoenix gets from place to place.
But we see him pedaling everywhere he goes.
His little push bike going all over the city. I really like that.
That just makes me feel really bad when I get, like, stuck in an investigation phase and I'm going between, like, his office and Kurain Village 15 times looking for a single clue.
I never really thought about it playing the game. I think in my head, I'm just like, yeah, these places are all just across the street from each other.
Like, a lot of times that is how it feels, but Kurain Village really stands out in my head as, like, a distant location. Like, up in the mountains.
Because I used to think if there was ever, like, a Capcom crossover racer, like the Sega racing games, Phoenix and Maya could be, like, in a car together.
On a tandem bike?
Yeah, no, I used to think they would be in a car together, but now I think they should be on a bike. For sure.
And he's pedaling so fast.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a tandem bike. I think she's just, like, sitting on the back on one of those little, like... You know, those little kind of, like, seat shelf things that go over the back wheel.
Or he has those things, those, like, bars that come out of the wheels and she's standing on it.
I'm just picturing her, like, riding side saddle on the back and backseat driving. Leaning over his shoulder and pointing ahead.
I mean, obviously that part.
Eating ramen or a hamburger, depending on which region you're in.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
So Phoenix rides his bike to Blue Corp to meet Red White, who speaks English, but not very well.
What's your name? Guatemala.
He tells us that he's lived in America for a long time, but he has a very thick accent. And very bad grammar.
He says he struggles with Japanese, but it just kind of implies that he struggles with all languages.
I mean, obviously it's all a farce. I'm sure he's perfectly fine with Japanese, but he just speaks weird, hoping that you think he actually speaks English.
Oh, yeah. Because, he says a lot of words wrong when he's talking Japanese, but...
He keeps calling April May his secretariat.
Yeah. So Phoenix shows Red that he has proof he was at the hotel and insinuates that Red was the killer, which to me seems like a really dumb thing to do when they're alone in this room together. It's like fairly late. Probably a lot of people in the company have gone home already.
He's a rookie attorney.
I know, but this
just making mistakes.
It's just so dumb. It's extravagantly dumb and dangerous.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get hurt, but he did get arrested by Gumshoe, who seemed to have been in the building at the time with the speed he showed up.
He showed up real fast, because Red, after being, like, accused, Red doesn't respond directly to Phoenix. He just calls through to his secretary, and he says, call the chief prosecutor and tell him I'll testify at the case tomorrow, and also call the police. And then he just casually tells Phoenix that he's going to frame him for the murder.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gumshoe is just there. He just bursts in through the doors moments after the police are apparently. He must have been in the building already.
Maybe he was doing his own investigation, but like on the first floor. He's in the janitor's closet looking for clues.
I'm thinking he's just like, he's in the building in the break room because he's just like, yeah, this place has the only vending machine that cooks your own pizza. This place has the cheapest vending machine in the city.
Right. He pretends to be a janitor so he can get into the break room and use their ramen vending machine.
We see Edgeworth receive the call that Phoenix was arrested. And I liked that because that's something we don't get to see in the game.
Yeah.
And we see Maya get released from jail, which is something else we don't get to see in the game.
Yeah, but then Phoenix just fills her cell.
Yeah, one out, one in. That's the rule.
That's okay. Maya will be the new defense attorney.
I do love, like, there's no... Like, realistically, they would both be in there, right? They wouldn't just...
Yeah, she hasn't been exonerated yet.
Yeah, they're just like, well, now we suspect this guy too, and we can only have one person in the jail for the same crime, so... Because Phoenix hasn't been convicted. She hasn't been exonerated.
Listen, it's the Japanese justice system.
Or lack thereof. But that's it. That's the end. It ends there.
Oh no, do you think he did it?
Yeah. I don't... If we never watch the show again, we can just assume that he went to jail. Forever. Or is it...
The rest of the show just follows Edgeworth.
It's the death penalty, right?
Isn't
that a thing? I feel like I remember that being a thing.
Where the outcome of every murder is another murder?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I think that was the deal.
Like, I think, spoiler alert, Von Karma gets killed by a death penalty.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking.
I think he's the only one that we, like, get a follow-up on. No, that's not true, because you meet, spoiler alert, in Ace Attorney Investigations 2, you run into Frank Solid again.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
But, what if he didn't do it?
Well, then I guess Phoenix isn't a very good attorney. I guess he's a good attorney. It's just that Winston Payne is a bad prosecutor if he never found the correct culprit.
I need to play. I don't have Investigations. I haven't bought it. I need to play it.
Yeah.
That's the only one I don't own. Like, I own every other Ace Attorney game, but I don't have the Investigations collection.
I have to finish Investigations, because I'm pretty sure I've said before that I played the fan translation years ago, but I got to the final case and then took a break for whatever reason, which is a death sentence for me, and I never finished it.
Yeah, I have similar problems with video games. Because then, like, once it's been long enough, you don't remember anything. You have to start the whole game again.
Exactly. But then you're like, well, I don't know if I want to start from the beginning right now.
I might be in that situation with Chronicles right now, because I haven't played it since Christmas.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, especially games like this.
Yeah. Well, Mel.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about the dub?
You don't sound happy about it.
There's actually not a lot to say about it. There's just a couple things I noticed that were interesting.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it gave me a really good example of why it is that they pretty much only ever refer to Gumshoe as Gumshoe in the games.
Did they just call him Dick and it sounded weird?
Yeah, there's one part where Phoenix is like,
Hang on just 1 second, Dick.
Good.
Yeah, it just sounded like, you know what it sounded like.
An insult.
Yeah. They did a good job with Gumshoe's reaction to the time of death thing. It's still funny in the dub.
So you believe that she died instantly and then wrote down the name?
I guess.
How could she do that if she's dead?
I don't know. I mean, it is kind of weird.
Made me laugh. But one thing I was not happy about was that although what Edgeworth says still has the same kind of meaning, he doesn't say he's looking forward to Gumshoe's evaluation.
What?
Yeah.
We will talk about this later. At your next evaluation, the chief will not be pleased.
It's worded in a way that made it clear that they didn't understand the significance of that line.
That phrase in particular.
Yeah. Oh, and I couldn't remember, maybe you remember, when April May says that she didn't know the call was recorded, Phoenix is like, what did you just say? And Gumshoe repeats it. In the dub, when he repeats it, he imitates her voice.
That stupid call was recorded!
Ma'am, what did you say? That stupid call was recorded, right?
He does an impression of her. I don't think he did that in the Japanese version.
I didn't pick up on it, and I feel like that's something I would have noticed.
Yeah, same. That's why. And obviously, because they're pretending that the English versions are set in America, Red doesn't mention living in America or having trouble with Japanese in the dub. So that whole part of the conversation is just replaced with him making fun of Phoenix's name instead.
I feel like that might be true of the game itself.
I was wondering, yeah. I feel like you might be right.
I feel like it wasn't until Justice for All that they started like shifting countries, where in the Japanese version a lot of people like went to America to study law. And they all went to Germany in the English version.
Yeah. It's wild that they've kept that up through the whole series.
Well, they can't go back now. It's too late.
I know, but it keeps every game. It gets a little bit more difficult.
I don't know what you're talking about with the yokai village and the Rakugo case.
Yeah, they have to keep inventing new lore to be like, yeah, a bunch of Japanese immigrants settled here. But, at least they finally translated Chronicles, even if they completely abandoned any hope of trying to pretend that it's not set in Japan. Or it's mostly not set in Japan, I guess, but they couldn't pretend that the beginning of the game wasn't in Japan.
Right. Well, I don't 100% agree with them doing... I wish that they had just kept it in Japan, but I think they consider it San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's an alternate version of the world where there are just a lot more Japanese immigrants. But still, it should have been in Japan.
It's the kind of decision that would have made perfect sense at the time when the first game was all they had to go on.
Right.
But, the more games come out and the more Japanese things get.
It becomes a little silly.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point they were doing it on purpose.
Oh yeah, I mean we've reached the point now where it's just part of the joke, right?
Yeah, I think so. I like to believe so.
Yeah. We're all in on it. We all know this is Japan, but
having to watch the localization team do backflips trying to make it make sense.
Imagine if they had kept up the ramen to hamburgers thing the whole time.
Eldune's noodles would have been a really weird experience.
He's got a hamburger on his head.
What's hamburger backwards?
Long. Well, I don't have anything else to say. I don't think there's a legacy of this specific episode.
No, probably not. It's just the case.
Yeah. So, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. You had enough?
No, now I want Phoenix Wright in my life forever.
Phoenix Wright will be in your life forever.
That's true. I need to play Chronicles, but Silent Hill just came out.
I know. I need to play Chronicles, but I'm playing Sega Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Whatever it's called.
I love that 2 games we've both been anticipating came out on the same day, and just how wildly different they are.
I know. Yeah, we were in a call, both playing them and talking about them. I wasn't streaming mine to you though, because I figured of the two of them, mine's the more likely to ruin the other one's vibe.
Yeah. That's why I didn't request that you put it up, because I'm like, this is my first playthrough, and I'm trying to understand and take it seriously, and if I hear Jet the Hawk screaming at me over there, it's just, the vibe will be in shambles.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, we're finally back, and we're not sorry.
Yeah, but it's been almost a month since we last recorded. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's a really a greedy amount of time you've taken for vacation.
I know. Well, I'm glad that we did it. Mostly me, I guess, did enough work beforehand so that we could still have some releases while I was away.
Excuse me, I gave you my whole voice.
I know, I don't mean to diminish your accomplishments, but you have no idea how long I slaved away over that Mario movie episode.
I do, because we couldn't play together. You're like, no, I have to do the Mario movie.
Yeah, it was rough. It was like down to the wire. Actually, no, I think I actually did get it done early now that I think about it. Anyway, thank you to our Patreon supporters, our club VIPs, Jamie Core and Mark Kelly, and our club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattig. We appreciate
It's the parade of weird freaks back again.
We appreciate you all very much. Thank you for still being here, even after I've been away. I don't know how away people knew I was, you know? Because we were still releasing episodes for most of the time I was gone. If you follow me on Twitch, you probably noticed a gap in service, but if you just follow our show here, you might not even have really known I was away.
It's true. I didn't know you were away.
Oh, please. You knew more than anybody.
I was at the door, waiting for you to come back like a sad puppy. Whimpering and whining.
Like a neighbor's cat who's used to getting fed twice at this house. Alright, the gap in service is over. We're back.
Yeah.
Please expect to be bothered by us as much as possible.
Yeah.
I guess our next episode is going to be the beginning of Spooky Month.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This month just didn't exist. I think it was deleted from the calendar and we went from August to October.
You wish.
I don't, though. As much as I love spooky season, it's a hard cliff to drive off from spooky season into seasonal depression, and I'm not excited about that.
Bye! That seemed like a good time to end it, right?
I mean, yeah, sure. I was gonna ask for people to comment about Ace Attorney, but sure.
Leave a comment about seasonal depression. Love you.
Bye.